everybody. Welcome in.
Okay.
We have a couple people that they're not here yet, so we're going to give them just a couple times. So we are officially live. You may not see the comments.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, you may not see comments. Can you just go over to your on the right-hand side of your computer? Is there anything that says comments, banners, or anything like that?
It says, yeah, private chat and comments.
Click on comments, and then if anybody comes in, you should be able to see, at least on your channel, if anybody comes in. And you can say,
so I'm going to go stream this to my audience now, right?
It's did you click it up there?
Not yet. I'm going to do that
click
right now. Log in to create an account or send this stream to your own social media. Sign up for free.
Oh, it's not going to let you stream unless you sign up.
Okay, I'm fine with that today.
Okay. You should be able to, because it does help give you watch hours for one. But I know where you're at on that. You know what I mean? We'll see how many people actually show up today that normally show up.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll let Shelby know we're live.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna share this out.
It's weird not seeing comments.
I know, right?
So can I chat? Can I?
I don't know if you. I don't think so now. Because you're not signed in. You're not signed in, are you?
Connect to comment. It wants me to connect to my account.
Did you create an account with StreamYard?
No, I did not.
Yeah, then you probably can't. That's a bummer.
Okay.
Somebody's
I didn't
watching.
know.
We do have one person here. So whoever you are, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
It might be Shelby.
It doesn't show.
Oh.
So don't be shy if you're out there. We're going to wait a few minutes before. Well, they left now.
Oh.
It's okay. It is interesting, though.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Very.
I usually have people here.
Okay, Shelby is there. She sees us.
Hey, Shelby, you can type in the comments. Hey, Jamie's Country Living, welcome in. Thanks for being here. We're waiting for a few people to be here. Can you? No, I didn't have her, my Tell Us Treasure set up an account. I just sent her the link. So she's not able to do certain things. So.
Hi, everyone.
Well, right now we have Jamie and Shelby. Shelby, you can say hi in the comments if you're able to comment from your phone. It is, Jamie, are you like super hot over there in Maryland too, or what? Jamie and I are kind of neighbors. We're not that far from each other realistically.
Oh. Hey, so. Jamie.
Hey, Shelby, also like the thumbs up and just maybe share it out. Text it to Tell Us Treasures, and that's considered a share too for me. Yeah, it's miserable. I'm ready for some cooler weather, but not too cold because I still want to enjoy the pool. You know what I mean? But whew, it has been hot. Jamie says hi. I'll pull up her comments.
Oh, I can see her comment.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jamie. Yeah, I can see the comments. I just can't type.
Jamie, we appreciate you being here. Hopefully some more friends trickle in. I find it interesting. It's been about 6 minutes since we've been live, so. You find it interesting that There's only like you here and Shelby. Yeah, that's okay. Did you have a good live on Monday, Jamie? I started watching part of it. I hope you did. So good. I'm glad. Anyhow,
Trying to get
I'm
caught up
hoping
on
for some more
streams.
people. Today is a little bit better. I was just telling Sherry that there's cloud coverage today, so it doesn't feel, thanks, Jamie, so it doesn't feel as hot. Hey, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, welcome in. Jennifer is the one who made the video of her son eating the meatballs.
Oh, cool.
I was telling Mom, Tell Us Treasures about that, and like, it was so cute. I loved it.
He was so excited.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Shelby's unable to type, so that's why she's not responding.
That's fine. Okay, well then maybe she doesn't have kids. Then who was it? Who was it that did that? I missed the channel. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's not her.
It's not her. Who was it? It's Shannon, My Little Homestead. That's who it was. It's Shannon, My Little Homestead. That's who it was. I'm sorry. I got you confused. I'm so sorry. Where are you at, Jennifer? Is it home there? Is it hot there too? I'm going to wait for Sherry just a couple more minutes for people to trickle in.
That's fine.
I'm sure.
Ooh, Jamie, that's a good idea.
Oh, yummy. You know what? I'm so sad because I went out to my garden this morning. We got rain last night, and I made the turkey meatballs, the Asian flair, and it was Shannon, My Little Homestead, I believe, who did it. Okay, you're in Canada. Nice.
90% humidity. Ooh.
Yeah, I have to go get the calcium mixed up and put in my tomatoes. Everything's coming in with blossom end rot. Something got in my garden and ate all my beans, all my pinto beans and kidney beans that I planted. It's all been chewed down. They chewed down my beautiful sunflower plant that was just growing so nice. Oh, hey, Shelby, welcome in. I was really mad.
Hey, Shelby.
Yeah, it did here too. The night before, where was I at? I was either sitting or I was in the kitchen, and the thunder, I literally jumped out of my seat. It was so scared. The noise, it was one of those, it didn't even sound like thunder. It sounded like, I don't know what it was, but it was scary and loud. Like it snapped and popped all at the same time.
This was last night?
The night before, I think it was. I literally jumped because it scared me so bad.
Wow.
We had our power flicker so much last night too, and I was happy that I had actually finished dinner before that started.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we'll wait for a few more friends to come in. New Brunswick, Canada, Ocean Coast. Yeah, I was gonna say you're nowhere near Quebec. Is it Quebec? Is that where she's at? You're not near that area, right? Let me see where she's at, because she hosts a homesteading conference there. Her name is Holly from 50 Acre Homestead. She's been on my channel before. We got to talk with her, and she's in Canada and looking for like-minded women. These are women, and they're all getting together and they're learning skills and they're homesteading. And she has like 50 acres. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? All the rain, we haven't had rain, then it pours down so heavy. Have you watched Lisa's new video over at Yogi Hollow? Hey,
Oh,
Jan,
I
welcome
did
in.
this morning.
Did you see all that hail that they got over there at Yogi Hollow?
That was amazing.
Jennifer, you need to connect. You need to connect if you're interested, but you should connect with her. They meet. Whoops, wrong person. Her name. It's 50 Acre Homestead. Let's see. Let me see. Holly is her name, and I'm going to tell you. So they do women in homesteading. They get together. So if you're on Instagram, you might want to go find. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe you can, if you're interested, maybe you can reach out, see if anybody's in your area that travels down. I don't know, but I was like, I told Holly, I'm like, hey, if I lived closer, I would. Jan, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Anyhow, we are getting to know Sherry over at Tell Us Treasures. Something you guys may not know, or maybe you will know. She's actually my sister who lives in Southern California. So let's give her a warm welcome. Hey, Cher.
Hey, Tina.
And she does, I mean, she has a channel, but I don't know how like serious she is with it, but you can go over there. She's put up a couple of videos, but she recently started a business called Tell Us Treasures. So Sherry, you want to talk to us about your inspiration about Tell Us Treasures and how you decided to name it Tell Us Treasures and what inspired you to start this?
Oh, okay.
Without crying, if possible.
It's too late. The eyes already got tears in them.
Bear with her, guys. Bear with her.
Okay, so over the years, I've lost several dogs to cancer. The most recent one was Tala, who unfortunately we lost on Christmas morning of 2023. When I've lost a pet, I've always lit a candle in their honor. And I did the same for Tala. And I had awoke one night and the name Tala's Treasures came to me. So I started designing candles for the animals we've lost and for the animals who are still with us. And this is one of my candles here.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
What flavor is that? What flavor?
This one is Salty Sea, and the colors are peacock blue.
That is very pretty.
And the reason I call it Tala's Treasures, one for Tala, and every candle has a treasure that's on it. And these are little hearts that can be put on a charm bracelet, on a necklace. And it's just a way of keeping the light glowing in the homes for animals that have lost and for ones that are still with us.
That's such a beautiful story. I mean, it makes me cry too, just to think about it, because we all have lost a pet, one time or another, and our dogs, we do treat our dogs and our cats very much as family, that doesn't. So, hey, our treasured home, welcome in.
Hi, our treasured home.
And hey, Kristen, Bella's Whispers Farm, welcome in. That's beautiful. And if anybody was interested in purchasing a candle from you, is that something that you ship, or how do they order that from you? I'm just asking.
I am on Facebook and Instagram. I post the candles that I have currently in stock If anybody is interested in purchasing a candle, they can direct message me on Facebook or Instagram, and those are at Talus Treasures as well, Facebook and Instagram.
And is it Tell Us Treasures? Is that how they find you on Instagram? If I don't know. Do you have a link you could put in the comment section?
I can't comment.
Okay, let me go see if I can find your link and I'll try and post it for you.
Okay.
So it's a nice, thanks, Kristen. It's also nice too, just as a, as a gift, if you know of anybody.
Yes.
So I'm going to see if I can try and share your link.
Yeah, the Instagram and then the Facebook.
I think I got this right, guys. I'm on my phone trying to do this, so I do apologize. So there's her Instagram page. I put in the comments, and then you said you're on Facebook too?
Correct.
So what has everybody been up to today? I've worked already. I'm done. I have church tonight. I have to make a dessert tonight. And when I volunteered to make the dessert, I was fine with it. But today I'm not fine with it and wish I wouldn't have volunteered myself. Who else gets like that? You know what I mean? I'm trying to find the next link. There we go.
Hey, Jan. Take it easy on me. It's my first time.
Jan, I have to peel garlic too. I've been having it out in my sunroom. It's hot. It should be cured, but it's the hard neck. I just pulled it and left it out there, but I really need to get with it and get in there and process it. Are you going to just freeze yours or are you going to puree it up, Jan? How are you going to do yours?
Hi, Shannon.
So you've been doing Tell Us Treasures since around January or December?
Gosh, maybe the end of January, the beginning of February.
Oh, okay. And has it been going pretty well for you?
Yeah, it's got its moments. I got 16 candles ready to put together and do a whole summer series. And the end of next month, I'll be starting fall and Halloween candles.
Oh, nice. So you're going to come out with a fall line. I can't wait to see those.
Yeah.
Hey, Shannon, my little homestead. I think it was you who did the video of your son eating the meatballs. Right? Is that right, Shannon? So yeah, I was telling everybody about that. Well, we are going to move on. So today's topic really is about, yes, it was Shannon at my little homestead. For those of you who don't know, I made meatballs last week using ground turkey. I've been doing a series on this, and I have a new video coming out on Friday I'm just been inspired by Asian flavors. Anyhow, Shannon was so sweet. She made them the day she watched it. She went and got the stuff that she needed or had it. And she did a sweet little video of her son eating it. And it was the sweetest thing ever because her son was like, it was so good. It was so good. That is so good. I was just laughing at it. It was so sweet. So thanks again. The Brits are here. Long time no see. Ashley, welcome in. So if you guys don't know Ashley, he's over in England. You might want to give him a call. Ashley, we're getting to know Sherry over at Tell Us Treasure. She's actually my sister as well. So we are chatting with her, and she just told us the story how she started her business called Tell Us Treasures. Oh, he is. Well, tell him he did a fine job. Her son heard us. I loved it. You made me just so happy and just so smile.
That was so cute.
Yeah. That's okay. We all need a break from time to time. I've kind of been on, thanks, Jamie, for pulling those links out. I've kind of been, disconnected from certain things as well. Sometimes I just need a mental break as well. So I hope you're doing well. I hope your garden's doing well. And like my garden this year isn't, I don't know. We could go on and on about that, but so most people here have animals, whether they're dogs, cats, livestock, whatever it is that you have. The heat has been really, really overwhelming and it's been really hot. And, my concern gets to be because we always hear during the heats, just animals children, first of all, being left in cars, right? Or animals not being taken care of and just left out in the heat or whatever. So if you do have, hey, Karen, welcome in. If you do have any type of livestock or domestic pets in your house, we're going to talk about the ways that we keep things cool and our animals keep cool. Because we know if we're hot, they're hot. And I do know that animals can adapt to the weather. Like my chickens, they have feathers, so I know when they huddle, it keeps them warm. But some of my older girls, it's so hot for them. I concern myself with them, heat exhaustion, having maybe a stroke or a heart attack and, falling over. So I go out in the morning and I make sure they have fresh water and I feed them. And then I'll go out again in the afternoon and put ice in their water and then give them a frozen treat, whether it's like fruit, whatever I found in my freezer that I haven't processed yet is what they get. That's how I help keep them cool. They tend to hide underneath the coop, to keep cool. And there are some trees, but in the midst of the heat, like right now, that sun just kind of beats down on them right now, as well as my goats. And I do the same thing for my goats. I make sure that I put water and fresh water and ice cubes inside their water and make sure they have more trees shading them than anything. Yeah, my dogs love ice cream too, but what dog doesn't love ice cream, right? So Jan, if you're still out there, I don't mean to put you on the spot. I know Jan, she has the donkey. She has a lot of different animals on her farm. I was just wondering, Jan, if you could just maybe type a couple of things, like what do you do to keep your animals cool from overheating out? Because Jan's in Missouri, if I'm not mistaken, so it gets really hot there too. Jan, can you maybe just type just a couple of things like your donkey? What do you do with your donkey? Is your donkey just acclimated to it? I don't know enough about donkeys to comment on that. So if maybe you could just type something up about what you do for your animals to stay cool, that would be great. Please. It's so funny. Karen says my dogs don't even want to go out. It's so funny. Sherry, how many dogs do you have?
I have 2.
So I have 3. And then that doesn't include my son's dog, which is 4. But my little Chihuahua, because he's so cold all the time, I take him outside. He will not come in. I have to kind of yank on him to come in. He does not want to come in because he loves the sun.
Yeah, my little one likes to lay in the sun and on the hot concrete, and it's like, why? And then she comes in with her tongue hanging out. But my shepherd wants no part of the heat.
Oh, Jennifer, you're fine. We just appreciate you being here. She is setting up a screen. So Jan says they just have a lot of shaded trees. They don't do anything special, but just keep the water cool. And I think that's really one of the main things to do. Don't you think, Jan, is cool, clean water for the animals? I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned just with my chickens and my goats. I'm curious to know where Jennifer is setting up her screen gazebo at. So also, I reached out to one of my other friends. Hey, Travels and Gardening with DJ, welcome in. Glad you could make it. I also reached out. Sure, do you have anything you want to say? I mean, butt in anytime.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as far as keeping the animals cool, I make frozen yogurt treats with plain Greek non-fat yogurt, and I mix in blueberries and strawberries. My little dog doesn't like them, but my shepherd loves them.
Okay. What's your shepherd? Now, guys, my sister is older than me, and she loves rock and roll, and she named her dog after one of her favorite rock and roll bands, Zeppelin.
And you can tell by my wall that, yes, I am very much a Led Zeppelin fan.
Yes. And she loves the Chicago Bears. So your dogs, I mean, how many of you out there have dogs that stay in the house right here? My dogs aren't outside dogs. They're just not. I can't. Now, especially my Bernese Mountain Dog, they're not made for the heat, and the little ones would be picked up by probably an eagle or something that was out here, you know.
Oh,
they would be taken.
Ooh.
So they stay in. Plus, they're older. I wouldn't want to put them out in the heat. I mean, I spoil my dog, so it doesn't.
Don't we all?
But so anyhow, I also reached out to Lisa over at Yogi Hollow Farm. Now, if you don't know who Lisa is, she has a great channel. You can go over there and subscribe and watch her video. She put out a video of a storm that came through. As much as they needed rain, she said, but I mean, it hailed, and you should just go watch it. It was quite interesting. And I felt so bad for her because her garden was so beautiful. And I think it's okay, but I don't want to spoil it. Go watch it. Anyhow, so Lisa owns Kuni pigs. Actually, she has 2 little piglets. So one of her pigs had 2 little piglets. So I asked her the importance, if anybody is out there wanting to get any type of pig on their farm or homestead, what does she do when it gets hot? Now, she's over at the Black Hills of, is it South Dakota or North Dakota? I'm not sure. I don't want to misspeak. So their weather fluctuates a lot, but they get really cold, and then there's times where it can get really hot. But she's told me this about pigs. If you did not know, she said pigs don't have sweat glands, so they do overheat quickly and develop heat stress. Access to cold, clean water at all times is really important to pigs, and I think to any animal, whether it's inside or outside livestock. Access to wallers, which means mud with water. Pigs like that. Mud helps prevent sunburns and keeps them a lot cooler, she says. She said hosing them down frequently with cool but not brutal cold water. Never use brutal cold water if a pig is panting on their backs, as it can send them into shock. So you never want to do that when you hose them down. Just, you don't want to use ice cold water on them, but you don't want to use hot, just normal. Thanks, Jamie. It is South Dakota. She told me that she usually sprays the cool water on their butts or side and see how they are handling it. Hers do not get to the point of panting, because that is dangerous. So she always makes sure that they have somewhere to roll in the mud and the cool water, and she hoses them down. She said she uses shade cloths and plenty of shady spots to escape the heat. When the temps get above 80 for them, which is unusual, she does frequent checks, and she said non-hairy pigs need more shade or sunburn. Sun to direct skin makes them super hot. Cool treats like watermelon, but don't overdo it. So there are some tips if you're considering getting a pig on your farm and some of the things that you would maybe need to do to help them out to stay cool. So you have anything to add, Sherry?
No, I don't know anything about pigs.
So before we got started, Sherry, how's your little garden going out there?
My pumpkins are full of flowers.
Oh, nice.
I need to get some pictures of those. My green beans have taken off and my peppers are coming up. I lost most of my herbs that I started planting when these high temperatures started coming in. My tomato plants are still producing, but they're like really turning brown, but they're still producing lots of healthy tomatoes. So it's just been really hard to keep them wet. And of course, now we're going to be going into water restrictions here. So I'm not going to be able to water like I normally do. So, it's just challenging with the heat.
Do you have a shade cloth or anything that you can put over your tomato plants that helps?
I don't know. I didn't even think about doing that.
This is a good time to purchase one on Amazon Prime. I do have one, and I put one over my tomatoes, and it has helped. And I have the calcium that I need to go put because they're all coming up blossom and rot. And my pumpkins that I bought at the nursery, they weren't the healthiest looking things, but I thought, I'm going to plant these. I can save these. And I planted them and I watered them, and they literally started dying. And this morning when I went out, I saw some new leaf growth. So it's starting to slowly come back. So I'm hoping that, but sadly, something got into my garden and chewed up all my bean plants. I had planted a bunch of green beans, pinto beans, and kidney beans, and there's nothing there. And they ate my sunflowers that I entered my Mammoth sunflower for Grow Big TV challenge, and now I have nothing to show for it. So apparently I'm not going to win the $100.
Oh man, I got a quick picture here. I'll show you. I took this last week. Those are my pumpkins.
Oh, they look good.
They got a lot more flowers on them now. And then along the side, are the green beans. And then over there on the ground, like right here, are peppers. So yeah, this has shade over it. So we're good with that.
I'm going to write that down. I'm not sure your first name. I'm sorry, Travels and Gardening with DJ. You can talk.
Oh.
So DJ's asking that if anybody can go watch some of his or her older videos, her watch hours, that would be great. I got you on my list.
I'll write it down too.
I've got taste test video coming out, and plus a friend is going to borrow a vehicle until we get our spec. Oh, good. Glad to hear that. So yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to swap playlists, raise your hand or say me in the comments, and I will add you. I have other people I'm running as well to help with their watch hours, and Jamie's on my list. Jan's on my list. I have a couple of people. Susan from the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Yeah, so I've got a couple of people that I'm running as well. So yeah, did you just start doing your channel? and you will get more hours, but it's good that you ask and put it out there. And
Yeah, definitely.
because then people can go over and help you out and watch too. I'm going to, yeah, I still need watch hours too. So if anybody wants to, you know, go and watch some of mine, I'd appreciate it as well. Oh, look there. New friend.
Oh, okay.
Shannon, when you subscribe, that's a great thing. Do you put a video in the watch later list? Because that's one of the things they say to do. So your subscription counts. Sometimes when you get like subscribers and sometimes like it'll stick and then in a couple of days like that, one of those will fall off. It could be maybe because they're trying to verify if that person actually watched a video or if it's a legit person subscribed. That's happened to me a couple times. Sometimes it can just be bots. I try not to worry too much about that, but it does get frustrating when you work hard and, for whatever reason, they take it away from you. So, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So just make sure you do that. And Shannon, she has a small channel too. That's how I met her. I think I gave you a shout out once, but if you're not subscribed to Shannon, My Little Homestead, go check her little channel out as well.
Yep, I'll subscribe to both of them, both channels when we're done here.
Yep. Shannon, she's the one with the little voice. So other than that, I wanted to go back. Sherry, do you want to talk about anything? So in California? So as she said, you guys heard her, she's going to be put on water restrictions again, which means what, Sherry, out there?
Which means that we are going to be, I don't know if it's going to be like even or odd numbered addresses, certain days of the week, but yeah, we're going to be restricted on how much water we can use.
Yeah. And you're only going to be able to water on those certain days and not go over, or you'll be penalized. Is that correct?
Probably. I don't know. Haven't heard much more about it. It's a law that's been done. And, for people like us who live in a very hot climate and have a pool to fill and, it's going to be challenging. I don't know when it's going into effect, but yeah,
Yeah. I just, California is just ridiculous.
Agreed.
And I can say that because I'm from there. So it's not what it used to be. That's for sure.
No, not at all.
No, I know. So friends, it's amazing that we're already in like the middle of July. Time has gone by so fast. And I was so excited for growing season this year. And yet I'm pretty disappointed in the seeds that I purchased, 2, just how hot it's been hasn't helped, and 3, whatever varmint keeps coming into because I've gone in there and I've seen like my gate down. Some varmint keeps getting in there, eating my garden, and I'm just getting really upset. I just planted green beans again, and out of all the green beans, I think I have 3 that germinated. I actually saw something is coming up. I don't know if it's a squirrel or if it's a field mice, which is strange because I do have the cardboard underneath my raised beds, unless they chewed through it. But you can see the trail that goes around like this, where something just like went from one to another and like ate the seeds. So I don't know. I was really bummed about that.
It's not your groundhogs, is it?
Well, it could be because, I have those here too. But for those of you who don't know, it is summertime and everything is, corn is hard to grow. It needs a lot of, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Nutrients?
Pollinators. It needs a lot of pollinators. And I've always been told if there's no corn nearby, it's going to have a hard time pollinating because there's nothing there to help it. So I don't know. I have not tried corn. I can grow it, but I've never tried to grow it to harvest it. But blueberry season is already over, which is really sad. It did not last long. I'm sad about that. I know that maybe if I'm up in Pennsylvania this weekend, I may be able to get some more blueberries because they may get them from up in New Jersey because of the different zones. So that's one of the things to look at wherever you live. If you're near an Amish or Mennonite community, look to see what different types of things they have. They have auctions and stuff like that where you can get produce from. But bell peppers are in full swing. So if you plan on freezing any or I'm not sure on that, Jennifer. I'm not sure. I've heard so, but I honestly am not sure on that because I've not grown it and I have not done enough research on corn to answer that. I'm sorry. So right now, guys, if you need to preserve any food, peppers are in full swing right now. You can dehydrate them, you can freeze dry them, and you can freeze them. I know I have lots of peppers to still use from last year that I plan to use in some upcoming recipes that I hope to film and do myself. Blackberries are still there. So, yeah. Then maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. You know what? What, Sherry?
Oh, I planted corn 2 years ago and it did really well. And then we had a burst of heat and it actually had corn on it and it died. So I wasn't able to harvest any of it. And I didn't have any like marigolds or any pollinating flowers close to it. So it must do that then.
It must pollinate. I don't know. You know, I do have a really great farm book over there. I can probably look that up and talk about it, but it is one of the harder things to grow. That's why I don't worry about it because I can get it up in Lancaster from my friend who grows corn all the time. He's actually supposed to let me know if he has any corn ready for me. He wasn't sure because it's been so dry up in Pennsylvania as well because of the heat. Oh, cantaloupes are in season, friends. One of my favorite things to do with cantaloupe is to eat the whole entire thing. I have tried to freeze it, but I'll be honest with you, I gave that to my chickens when it started getting really hot. And I didn't taste it to see how well it worked. If you have a way that you preserve cantaloupe, let me know down in the comments. I'd appreciate that very much because I love cantaloupe.
That and honeydews.
Honeydews, you don't see honeydews out here, Sherry.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't see honeydews out here. I see cantaloupes and watermelons. So it's really strange. We were just talking about honeydews. So yeah, I haven't had a honeydew in years.
Wow.
They're not as popular here. So a lot of the farmers don't grow them. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. Yeah, because we've got everything in our markets right now. And fresh corn is actually 49 cents an ear.
That's not bad.
No, not really.
But I can pick up a whole 100 ears for under $30, which I'm getting 300 ears this year. Call me crazy.
So you're just going to freeze that?
I want to can some this year. I still have some in my freezer from last year because I was supposed to go into soups and I didn't get to the soups. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'll freeze it and try and can it. So here's a trick for all of you. And I'm only telling you this. One, I've tested it, and two, it works great. If you don't have time to like process your corn on the cob, leave it whole with the whole husk on it and everything and put it in your freezer, okay? When it's time to process it, however you want to process it, pull it out, take the kernels off, or blanch it, however you're going to do it. And I can tell you this, it comes off the cob as if you just picked it fresh out the farm. It tastes just the same. So you freeze it whole with the husk on there and everything. And then when you want it, take it out and then process it however you want to. That's awesome. Yeah,
How
exactly.
wonderful.
It's so important to get to know your local farmer, right? They need the help, and so do you. Um, carrots are another one that's in season right now, and I do not like cooked carrots. I'm not a fan of cooked carrots. Do you like cooked carrots?
No, I like them raw.
It is a lot of corn, and yeah, Jan, that is a lot of corn. But I'll tell you why I ordered 300, because my friends from Texas were supposed to be here, and I don't know if they're still coming or not. But I had ordered them. I can sell it. Like, even if I don't use all of it, I'll be able to maybe take it and sell it, and here, and see if somebody wants to come get it. So I'm not. It is a lot, but I did 100 ears myself last year, and I was out on the driveway just shucking corn, and I'm like, is this ever gonna get finished? You're by yourself doing it all. But carrots are one. I have dehydrated carrots before. I've shredded them up and I've dehydrated them, and then I add them into soups. So that's another thing that you can do as well. You can,
Oh, I like that.
yeah, dehydrate your carrots, shred them up and dehydrate them, and then use them. And even just, reconstitute them. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try it in a salad to reconstitute those carrots that I've shredded and dehydrated, put them in water, soak them, bring them back to life a little bit, and then put it through like a salad spinner or something to take all that water off, and then add it to a salad and see if that works. Won't know until you try, right?
Yep, exactly.
Celery is in season right now too. I did plant celery, but I cut the tops off, and it's regrowing itself. Jan, I'll tell you, I'm so glad that she has 3 more gallons. Her garlic harvest was amazing.
Oh, wasn't that something?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. I was jealous of it. I'll be honest, Jan. My garlic didn't do well this year. And
that was beautiful, Jan.
yeah. And I don't know why. It just didn't. So I think I need to do better in my soil. I think I'm going to add some manure this year. I'm going to get some of that black cow. If anybody's had experience with black cow, let me know. If I was there, Jan, I'd be helping you peel it. Cherries are in season right now. I have 2 more bags of cherries in there that need to be eaten or frozen. I'm supposed to be making a jam that I haven't made yet. My husband wants me to make a blueberry cherry jam. I said, sure, I'll give it a try.
Cherries are expensive here.
Ooh, well, Jan, thank you very, very much. I can't wait for those. They're $2.49. So I bought mine last Friday at Aldi, and they were $2.49 a pound, which was really cheap.
I think
that's the cheapest I've seen them.
They're $4.59 or.
Oh my goodness.
They're very expensive. I won't buy them just because they're so expensive.
Yeah, I don't blame you one bit. Cucumbers are in season, guys. And my cucumber plant, I thought was my cucumber plant, turned out to be my loofah plant that is going all over the place. Thankfully, I only did one. Yeah, see, Jan, me too. That's why I haven't used it. But my cucumber plant has enjoyed the hot weather, because that has really, I had to replant my cucumber plants 2 times now because something's taken the seeds. But I've got 2 out there that are doing really well. They're just not big enough, and there's no flowers yet. So I'm hoping they will keep going, because I want my own cucumbers. I want to be able to go out and pick my own cucumbers. I love to make, one of my favorite things during this time of the year is my tomato, cucumber, and feta cheese little salad with a little bit of olive oil and some pepper. It makes the perfect little lunch, and some salami or something on the side. It's refreshing during this time of the year. So,
hey, Tina, I want to show you something real quick.
Yes.
I just pulled up the ad at Ralph's.
Okay. She's pulling up the ads, guys.
A 2-pound bag of cherries is $10 a bag.
Oh my gosh, are they crazy?
$9.98 a bag. So basically $10 for a 2-pound bag
That's
of cherries.
absurd.
Yeah, this is why I won't buy them. I won't pay that price.
Wow. I like Jan. So our grandmother used to make, I know, right, Jen? Another reason why I don't like California. Anyhow, their governor is horrible. The governor is horrible. I think he's a demonic person or he is. That's all I can say.
No, we won't go there.
No. What was I saying, Jan? Oh,
cucumber salad.
Oh yeah, Jan, cucumber salad. Do you have onions in yours, and do you soak it in the vinegar and then rinse it out and add the onions and do a little sugar in that and vinegar? I was just wondering, because that's another thing. I'm the only one in this house that would actually eat it, but that's okay. Oh, that's awesome. So Friday, guys, I'm going up to Lancaster and picking up one of my customers. She's like, "Are you going anytime to get bulk produce?" Because I have the stand, so I'm getting her tomatoes, peaches, and squash in bushels, half bushel boxes. But they have peaches they're getting. I love it, Jan. Tomatoes, onions, and cucumber vinegars. Yep, exactly. I can taste it already. I love that. It's the perfect.
I don't remember.
Don't you remember Grandma making that?
I remember the cucumbers and onions, but I don't remember tomatoes in it.
Yeah.
But that sounds good.
She didn't do tomatoes, but the cucumbers in that. But why not put tomatoes in it, right?
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
I bet that's good. Shannon, I'm sorry about your loofah. I've never grown loofah. This is the first time I've grown it. Yeah, me too. Grandma used to make the sour cream kind too. Very good. I haven't made the sour cream kind. I don't know if I've ever done it.
I forgot all about that.
Yep.
Wow.
Eggplants are in season right now too. If you like eggplant, I'm not a fan of it.
Them.
So you do?
I love them. Mm-hmm.
I can't. I maybe I can try again, but eggplants are in. Hey, garlic's in season. We all know that, right, Jen? If you've not grown your own garlic, it really is easy. I plant mine in the fall before the first frost. And then here's what I'm thinking. Jan, maybe I'm wrong. My first year I planted, I didn't spread out any type of straw or anything to cover them up. I just let it be. I just planted them and let it be. This year, in the fall when I planted, I got some straw at Southern States, right? Whatever I use in my chicken bag, and I put it over. And I'm wondering if that straw did something to my garlic. I've never used it before. I never use it as a ground cover in my beds. It was the first time, and I just don't think I'm going to do that. Anybody have a thought on that? Let me know. Green beans are definitely in. I got to harvest 2 handfuls until those varmints came.
Oh.
But green beans, I do not can my green beans. I like to freeze them. I'm the only one in my house that eats them. But I do like to add it in stir fries and soups. I will, and that's other people will eat them that way. But if I just make them plain, I'll steam them and then I do olive oil with garlic powder and Italian seasonings in there. So.
Yeah, I love them steamed too.
Yep.
We actually had that the other night with our meatballs.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah.
I will definitely be buying green beans, and we'll get to that in a second. I'll pause on that moment. Herbs are really popular right now too. I've already harvested some chives. I've harvested some cilantro and some basil, but I need to do more. And I've done some more planting. I have oregano outside that needs to be harvested, and my chives just grew so much again. I was really surprised about all of that. So yeah. And honeydews are in season, and lemons. There are some lemons there, and depending on where
Lemons
you
are
live,
pricey.
what lemons?
Here it's 49 cents for one lemon.
Well, that's because citrus doesn't come into season truly, depending on where you live, until the fall, till the cooler months. Because I always remember Grandma going out, like getting her oranges and lemons during the end of summer and the beginning of fall. She'd be loaded with them. But you have lemon trees.
My lemon tree only blooms in the colder weather. It has
Yeah.
nothing on it. My
Yeah.
orange tree right now is filled with oranges, but they're falling off before they ripen.
Oh, you should pick them and bring them in the house and let them ripen. And then
Yeah,
you
I
can.
guess. But they're so green.
Oh, that's weird. Probably lack of water. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But
I don't know.
it's so amazing to think that we're already at this time of the year, and it is the middle of July, and all the deliciousness has come into play. So on that note, guys, I'm going to move in. I have a different kind of plan for today. Sherry, feel free to talk. So
I'm listening. I'm good.
Depending on where you live, we're all in different zones, right? I'm in zone 7A, 7B. That's in Virginia. So I can grow things really, truly through my last frost date is usually in October. So I still have July, August, September. I still have a good 90 days plus to grow things. So if you're in a zone that has at least another 90 to 100 days of growing time, you can still plant stuff. Don't think that you can't. You can still plant stuff. And I am going to go and tell you, you can still put in some watermelon and cantaloupe. You can get a determinate tomato. There's indeterminate and there's a determinate. And determinate is a shorter period of germination and grow weight. So you can do that. You can still do that. You can do a bush lima beans. You can still plant cucumbers, green beans. You can plant basil. You can even plant corn, depending on where you're at. Pumpkin, zucchini, bunching onions, and any type of like bush variety of something actually has a shorter growing season. So if you want to grow any of these, see if you can find like a bush variety because of the frost date. So I'm looking at maybe I'd like to do some more bunching onions. I wasn't pleased with the way my onions came out this year. I don't like having to. Let me see, Karen. I have to harvest chives, lemon balm, oregano, and yeah, I have all that to harvest too. I'm gonna put them in my dehydrator. Awesome. So my loofah, I planted, I don't know how many seeds of loofah, guys, and I only had one germinate. I had one germinate.
Oh, wow.
So I just want you to know that depending on where your zone is, if you still have at least anywhere between 90 and 100 days of warm weather, you still have time to plant. And especially like some of your cooler weather crops, right? Like right now you can start planting some of your fall weather crops right now. And I was thinking about what I was going to do and what I was going to plant, because I don't want it like the sun pounding on it. And I'm not sure I really have an option just yet. I do have a shade cloth I can probably use, but it's too hot and I need to get out there and clean up, and I need to add some mulch and stuff to my beds before I do anything else. So yeah,
So garlic is a fall plant then? Is that when it's supposed to be
check your
planted?
zone. Check your zone. I don't know yours.
Yeah.
I don't know California zone and when to plant. So for me, I have to put mine in before the last frost date. That's when you're supposed to put them in. Now I have heard that you can put them in. You can plant garlic in the early spring to still harvest. I have never done that, but might as well experiment with it, right?
Right.
Because I don't know. I don't know. So, does anybody have any questions for Sherry at Tell Us Treasures about her candles or anything?
Yeah, I'll have to go look this up because I looked up my zones and I'm 10A and 9B.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So research your zone to see when is the best time. I like basil, cilantro especially is like a cooler weather crop. So if I went out and planted in my garden right now, it would just die because it's so hot. The soil gets too hot for the herbs to grow out there. So I'm not going to worry about it this year. I mean, I did sprinkle some in my green stock that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what, Jennifer? I've never done the spring one. If you know specifically what types of garlic can be planted in spring and in fall, let me know. Put them in the comments and I'll pull it up so everybody can, see or learn. And I can research that too. But I usually buy them from the nursery or I order them to put into the ground. But the heads of mine were really small this year, and I really don't know why.
Yeah, I'd like to try and grow garlic because the ones you buy at the store are just
right.
They go bad. They get soft, and you can actually push your thumb right through them. And I'm tired of throwing my money away.
That's one of the things that we've noticed too. And I think even Sherry once brought that up. You buy the produce in the stores and, well, one, maybe because you don't have an option during the winter months, right, for fresh produce. So you go buy it, but it doesn't last. It goes bad so fast that it just doesn't last. So, yep, you is right. Gets all black and slimy. So
it's terrible. I can't even get a head of lettuce to last a week.
Yeah, and it never used to be that way.
And it's gone up in price, and I wind up throwing it away before a week. Same with cilantro.
So Jennifer says she just buys the garlic in the store and plants it. You can do that, absolutely. Because garlic's going to start sprouting. You might as well go throw it out in your garden, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Yeah. So I want to grow some more lettuce. I did not get enough lettuce this past spring. So I have a ton of kale growing. I'm actually going to be making a kale salad. I think Tammy over at Mountain Grandma, she's doing a salad collab. It's an open collaboration. So if anybody is interested and wants to make a salad, that's great. I also have an open collaboration called Grow It, Cook It. And if you harvest something from your garden, videotape it and cook it up and make a video out of it and tag my channel, Life in the Piedmont, and I will put you on a playlist. I have a couple of other channels that have done it already, but I'm going to actually make a kale salad with lemon dressing because I have an abundance of kale. So I dehydrated my kale too in chives, and I will add that to soups during the winter. You kind of think about those things. So I'm gonna try and make this kale salad. Look for a video coming up on that in the near future. But
I wish I had more from my garden to cook and do. All I have are tomatoes, so all I can do is salads.
But there's lots of different ways to make tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't just dice them. You can just do a nice tomato salad. without putting lettuce in it, you know?
That's true. Tomato, avocado.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking about avocados, I have a couple of them in my refrigerator. I need to see if they're ripe. Trying to get a longer life out of avocados instead of them sitting out and going bad. I'm the only one who eats them.
I'm pretty much too.
So
He'll eat them on a taco or salad, but not like me where I'll put it on a piece of toast
right.
or stuff. And I got some big ones last week at the store. They were $1.50 each.
That's expensive.
That was on sale.
Aldi had them on sale for 69 cents each.
Oh my.
Yeah. So if you have an Aldi near you, you might want to check their ads out.
I do. I just always forget about them.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we just stick to what we know, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any questions for Sherry or myself, all of you out there? So my lives are kind of changing around here, guys. So I'm going to be back on Wednesdays doing my lives. And today, thank you, Jennifer. I do have some channels, but I haven't reviewed them yet. Because I didn't get to do my shout outs, but I do have a list of channels I want to get to shout out, but I need to go up and look, watch a video and, see what they're all about before I recommend a channel. I don't just recommend one just to recommend one. I want to make sure that it's a safe channel for other people, to go look.
Yeah.
So other than that, I think that is it. I'm going to head to, tomorrow's my Friday, so I'm happy about that.
Yay.
Yeah. And then I'll head up to PA on Friday. I have orders to pick up, and I will pick up some bulk produce and see what else they have. Like she was telling this, and this is one of the reasons why I don't stress over. I stress over it because I put a lot of work into my garden for some varmint to go in there and eat it up, right?
Yeah.
But I have contacts and friends where I can go up and buy my corn. I can go get tomatoes, but I want my own. I want to be able to go out to my own garden and pull those. My cherry tomatoes are coming in nice. It's the other ones I plan to can with this year. The aroma tomatoes aren't doing well. They have the blossom in rot. So I have to go fix that. But because I can get things so inexpensive up there, like I can go get, and I'm not kidding you, a box, and she has them put away for me, a box of white peaches for $8.
That's so cheap.
Yeah. So that's why I don't stress over certain things. I'm like, when my next trip up there, I'll go get it. I'll buy it in bulk and I'll process it here at home. They are going to have the yellow clean peaches up there for me as well. And those I want to process. I want to make peach pie filling this year. That's awesome, Jan. I find pumpkin plants growing because I give my chickens the pumpkins, but then somebody moves it all the time.
That's wonderful, Jan.
I love that. Yesterday I cut off the end rot and the tops of the tomatoes, and I tossed them out to my chickens yesterday for a little treat. So anyhow, guys, I think it's time for me to go. I have to go figure out my dessert I'm baking. I have church group tonight. We just started in the book of Joel. I need to go read the first chapter. Our pastor at our church, he goes only like few scriptures at a time. Like if we're in like we just finished Timothy and we only took like 3 or 4 sentences and he broke it down. So I want to just go read it so I know where I'm at. That's awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if any of you, as you can see, if any of you want to come up and be my guest on one live, please email me right there. And I would love to have you up and to meet you like this face to face. But I do appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Hey, Shelby.
She's still here?
Shelby is my sister's granddaughter and my great niece. And
Love you, sweetheart.
she came on to support. So yeah. So anybody wants to come up and keep me company on one of my chats and we'll get to know you even more, please message me, email me. I would love to have you up here. But other than that, stay cool. And thank you
Yeah,
to
everybody
all
stay cool.
Thanks, Sherry, for joining me today and talking about Tellus Treasures. And
Thanks, Tina, for having me here.
yeah,
This
hang
was fun.
on. Yeah, it was fun. And I'll see you back soon, friends. Be blessed. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.